In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NBA games happening on April 16, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Lakers versus Memphis Grizzlies. It's the first round of the NBA playoffs, and Memphis, the 2nd seed in the Western Conference, welcomes in the 7th-seeded Lakers on Sunday afternoon to get the ball rolling. Los Angeles picked up a big overtime win, 108-102, in their play-in game versus Minnesota on Tuesday. The Grizzlies last played exactly a week ago, losing to Oklahoma City 115-100 in the regular season finale. The Los Angeles Lakers took the long route to get to the playoffs, but they will be feeling pretty good after outlasting the Timberwolves in a 108-102 overtime win on Tuesday to earn their ticket to the playoffs. LeBron James led the team with 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists on 12 of 21 shooting. Anthony Davis added 24 points with 15 rebounds and 3 blocks, while Dennis Schroeder provided the spark off the bench with 21 points. As a team, the Lakers shot just 41% from the field and 10 of 31 from the three-point line, as they struggled to match the intensity of the Timberwolves early on and trailed by 15 points, before they clamped down defensively and held the Timberwolves to just 12 points in the 4th quarter to escape with the hard-fought win in overtime. D'Angelo Russell had a night to forget as he finished with just 2 points on 1 of 9 shooting in 24 minutes of action. Meanwhile, the Memphis Grizzlies will be full of confidence coming into this series, as they won 13 of their last 18 games of the regular season to finish with a 51-31 overall record, good enough for 2nd place in the Western Conference standings. Moran led the team with averages of 26 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 8.1 assists per game. Desmond Bane averaged 21.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game, while Jaren Jackson Jr. averaged 19 points, 6.8 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game. As a team, the Grizzlies scored 117 points per game, while shooting 47.5% from the field and 35.1% from the three-point line, despite dealing with key injuries all season. The Lakers are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Sunday games and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 conference quarterfinals games. The Grizzlies are 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 conference quarterfinals games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The over is 8-0 in Lakers' last 8 overall. The under is 4-1 in Grizzlies' last 5 conference quarterfinals games. The Lakers are 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 meetings in Memphis. The Lakers should be at full health for this one, with no one listed on the injury report, while the Grizzlies are still missing Brandon Clark and Steven Adams. The Lakers passed an early test to get into the playoffs after outlasting the Timberwolves in a thrilling overtime game back on Tuesday, while the Grizzlies have been able to rest and train at home in preparation for this highly anticipated series. The Memphis Grizzlies have been scary good at home this season, where they win by an average of 11 points. I understand why they're favored. However, the Lakers have been one of the better defensive teams over the last month, and they've been playing meaningful ball for weeks, which could be key entering this series. Rhythm can be an advantage for the Lakers. Also, there's something about getting free points with Anthony Davis and LeBron, 2 guys capable of going nuclear and value possessions this time of year. So the Los Angeles Lakers will cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both teams offensively ranked in the top 10 in points per game during the regular season. However, the playoffs is a different ball game, where the defense steps up. The Lakers have been impressive on the defensive end recently, but over the course of the season, statistically, the Grizzlies have been better, ranking 1st in opponent field goal percentage and just outside the top 10 in opponent points per game. The 3 games head-to-head saw these 2 teams average a combined 229 points per game, with the under doing 2-0-1. The last 2 games had a combined 222.5 points per game average. Both teams scored well below their season averages in their last games. The Lakers put up just 108 points and Memphis scored just 100. The Grizzlies have also scored 108 or less in 3 of their last 6 outings. Between them, there have been 84 games this season that have landed slid under the total. The under is 8-1 in the Grizzlies' last 9 games versus a team with a winning record and is 9-1-2 in the last 12 meetings between these teams in Memphis. This will be an interesting matchup in terms of how both teams want to play, as both are top 10 in tempo, but this is the playoffs where the speed of the game slows down quite a bit. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Heat vs. Milwaukee Bucks. This first round of the NBA playoffs continue on Sunday when the 8th seed Miami Heat take on the 1 seed Milwaukee Bucks in Game 1 of their series. The Heat survived the play-in tournament, defeating the Bulls 102-91 in a win-or-go-home matchup, covering the 4.5-point spread as favorites. The Bucks come into this series as the top seed in the East. They lost the last 2 games of the season, but with the top seed locked up, many of their stars rested. These teams split their season series 2-2, with the home team winning every matchup. The Miami Heat have had to work hard to earn their spot in the playoffs, but they will be full of confidence coming into this one after taking down the Bulls in a 102-91 win in Friday's play-in game. Jimmy Butler led the team with 31 points on 11 of 24 shooting. Max Strus provided drained 7 3-pointers to finish with 31 points on 8 of 16 shooting, while Tyler Herro chipped in with 12 points, but no other player finished in double figures in scoring. As a team, the Heat shot 41% from the field and 10 of 30 from the three-point line as they wasted an early lead and fell behind by 6 points midway through the fourth quarter, before they closed the final 7:30 on a 27-10 run to put the Bulls away and book their ticket to the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee Bucks were probably the most consistent team in the league all season, as they never dropped their standards despite dealing with injuries all season. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the team with averages of 31 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 5.7 assists per game. Jrue Holiday averaged 19 points and 7.4 assists per game. Brook Lopez averaged 15.9 points and 6.7 rebounds per game, while Khris Middleton averaged 15 points and 4.9 assists per game. As a team, the Bucks scored 116 points per game, while shooting 47.3% from the field and 36.8% from the three-point line. The Heat are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 road games and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games playing on 1 day's rest. The Bucks are 15-6 against the spread in their last 21 games following against the spread loss, and 13-4-1 against the spread in their last 18 conference quarterfinals games. The over is 5-0 in Heat last 5 overall. The over is 6-2 in Bucks last 8 overall. The Heat are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings in Milwaukee. The Heat could be shorthanded for this one, as Kyle Lowry and Gabe Vincent are both questionable, while the Bucks don't have a single player listed on the injury report. The Heat did it the hard way, but they were able to get it done against the Bulls to earn their spot in these playoffs. There's a lot of history between the Bucks and Heat in the playoffs, so there won't be many surprises from either side. They know each other well, and while the Bucks are the more talented team, the Heat is a scrappy bunch that loses on the road by an average of just 2 points. Also, the Bucks are 12-15 against the spread when favorites of 7.5 or more points. This has a chance to be an ugly, physical series. The line is certainly hefty for a Heat team that was able to split the season series at 2-2, so the Miami Heat to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. There will be rust in the first quarter or even the first half for a Bucks team that hasn't played a meaningful game since April 5th. Still, I think this number is a bit low for a Bucks team that scored 130 points or more 5 times in their last 8 wins. In addition, the Bucks were particularly effective against the Heat from long range, drilling nearly 19 three-point field goals per game in the 4 contests. Miami also averaged 108 points per game versus the Bucks this season. Consider that the NBA playoffs are about punch and then counterpunch in a 7-game series. The defensive adjustments between games usually result in lower scores, but Game 1 should be a bit more wide open as both teams feel each other out. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.